Dear brothers and sisters, today I want to say about artificial intelligence and how it's related to our faith and to the final days of this world. Because with this reset that is taking place, there will be more and more digital, more and more AI, and some people don't see any danger in it. They just say, well, it's development of science, it brings a lot of convenience, but we need to look behind these superficial things. I don't want to make it scary, and we are not afraid of anything. We're not afraid of people, of machines, of Antichrist. We're not afraid. But we need to understand what is happening, what is going on, and how to treat things that take place. Well, what is artificial intelligence? You know what it is. In daily life, it will mean that you don't have people in the government offices, in banks. It will be machines. You come, you apply for some documents, for some subsidies, for your child to be taken to school, and many things. It will be done just a robot. It will answer your questions, and it will also make assessment and make decisions. Okay, and it will be very convenient because you don't have to stand up in long lines. You don't have to worry that the clerk will be unpleasant or unhappy or corrupt, for that matter. There will be no corruption because everything will be transparent. It will be just algorithms that are working. Okay, so it seems to be very nice and very convenient. However, let us consider deeply what also may be involved. Well, there are, of course, tons of different examples. What is AI? All those smart fridges, smart toilets, smart everything. Okay, you can do this research yourself. This is all out there. Today we will talk more about the spiritual implications of this. Well, this will mean that this AI, it will know everything about everybody. Okay, including your health information, including your hobbies, your contacts. Okay, now because they need to track where you went and whom you met with to avoid this virus spreading. So it will know pretty much everything about you. Okay, and with face recognition, you can use your face to access whatever you are supposed to access. Okay, and there will be much advantage in this. Okay, and people say, well, this is like cars. You invent cars, you invent computers. You cannot go against it. It's just science. Well, science is science, but we need to see what will it mean for every one of us. It will also track everything you do, where you are right now. It will predict where you will go, what you're gonna do. Okay, it will know about your values, about what kind of friends you have, your political views, your religious views. Okay, it will know what products to sell, how to sell it to you. Okay, and already we see this with Google and Facebook, and they know what kind of things you're searching. You know, all of that data, big data, is also assembled, and basically it knows you better than you know yourself. Okay, so later it will also do this social rating. Okay, are you reliable? Are you not reliable? Your behavior, your creditworthiness. Many things are already introduced. It's not something new, but it will be more of that. Like in China, they have this social ratings. Okay, and then it will also make the decision how much goods to give to you. Okay, they're now talking about this inclusive capitalism, which is a little bit like socialism. Okay, So it will also decide, are you worthy of something? Should we give more or should we give less? Should we restrict you? How much freedom should you have? Should you be allowed to go overseas or to another country or anywhere? Okay, so all of that eventually, this is what they wanted. Maybe it's not tomorrow, all these things. Now they're trying with QR codes and stuff. Maybe it will be much later, but this is where it's heading to. Okay, we already can see the picture. Okay, yes, with these pandemics, we also see that we're not free as we thought. Okay, just immediately everything is down. All the airlines and everything is down. Even in some countries, you cannot go outside of your house. Okay, of your room, apartment. You have to be locked in there. Okay, so many things we already can see with what is happening. They want to make it prolonged, okay, to have a long-running effect. Also, this intelligence, it will be used to form your world of view, your mindset, okay, especially the younger generation. They will be affected the most. Okay, but older people also, it will try to shape their views of the world, their values, their morals, and basically everything will come from there. And the main thing is that you will not be able to object. There will be no one to blame. It is just algorithm. Okay. If it will be in the government, if the whole government is going to be run, or some functions of the government will be run by this thing, it will mean that it doesn't need any opposition. Okay, the computer doesn't need opposition. Okay, you cannot rally against it or propose some alternative. No, it will be there. Okay, and most interestingly, it will be embraced by everyone. Everybody is going to like it. Because it's going to be convenient, it's going to be smooth, it will make your life easier, you don't have to worry about many things, and it has no corruption. So basically it will be embraced globally, on the global scale. So if you want to go against it, you need to have a global movement against it, and it will be very marginal. The number of people who will have some issue with it will be quite marginal. So you won't be able to do anything about it. Okay, basically you'll be squeezed in these rules that it will impose. Okay, so this will, and eventually, of course, at some point it may even punish you, okay, for any disagreement with this thing. Well, many dystopias, okay, we can see many movies, these dystopian movies, and now they're talking officially that this is something that may happen. And what is important is that it's not that important who is doing it. Okay, it's some occult, some world government, some guys who are so evil. Well, this is not that important, because the Lord. Okay, let's talk about faith now. Okay, the Lord mentioned prince of this world, that he is coming and he has nothing in me. Okay, and this prince of this world is what? Is the mammon. Basically, it's all this power that is moving people because of greed, because of desires, because they want to consume more and nicer things and build luxurious houses. And this is the mammon which is out there. Okay, and it has nothing to do with Christ. So this thing is out there and already many centuries. Okay, it's not just not came. And this thing, okay, is trying to get rid of the church. And in the ancient times, it was the emperors, okay, who were they wanted everybody to worship them, and there was cult of emperor, and follow them ideologically. So they saw that the church is a threat, so they persecuted the church. then we had in the Soviet times, we had this Lenin and other totalitarian governments that also oppressed the church, to try to eliminate it. And the church considered them antichrists. But all of that was for the purpose. That was all done to prepare for what is to come. Okay. The problem is not those individual guys, okay, who were dictators and stuff. The problem is what is behind, the spirit, okay, the Geist, okay, that is behind them. And this spirit is out there, okay, it didn't go anywhere, and it's stronger than any other time. It's got more capabilities nowadays. So what this prince of this world, what he wants an upgrade, basically. He wants an electronic network, okay, mesh, that will be so stable that you cannot overthrow it. That is gonna be just there. So it won't be in this country, in that country, some ideology or this ideology. It will be just there, okay? They want to have it absolutely unbreakable, okay, and have full and total control of everything, okay? This will become ongoing process, okay? Enabling the capabilities of this AI system. Okay? The whole world will get AI, okay? And it will be total and global. So, and most importantly, the people will be willing to go and do the whole development of this thing will be like the progress of humanity. Like iPhone 10 is better than iPhone 9, okay? And in that sense, all this will be tighter and tighter and tighter, the whole regime. And now we can think about coming of the Antichrist. Okay, and the Holy Fathers tell us that it's not the Antichrist who will come first, the final one. Okay, there were many in the earlier times, but the final one, before he comes, will be first the kingdom of Antichrist, and that is regime, you can say, or this system, the world order. Okay, the new world order version X. Okay, we don't know, okay, which version. Okay, now we're coming to a new world order with these pandemics. There will be newer and newer and newer. Okay, this will be new world order number whatever. Okay, and this will happen. Okay, we know that this will happen from the Bible. We don't know when. Maybe after 100 years. Maybe after 1,000 years. We don't know, but we know that it will happen at some point. And also, you can think of this AI thing. If everybody embraces it. Okay, now with these pandemics, we have these laws enacted in many countries. In Russia, for example, in many other places, the AI has to be implemented. Okay, and everybody is talking about it. Okay, it will be done. Okay, and it will be more and more, and people will like it. And majority of people. So, do you think it will go anywhere? Well, I don't think it will go anywhere. Okay. It will be with us, with humanity, maybe till the rest of the days, okay? And it will be more and more of it, okay? So we can logically understand that in the times of Antichrist, whenever that may be, those things, the AI, okay, Antichrist will use AI, put it simple, okay? So which version, we don't know, okay? But it will use AI, okay? Why? Well, because it will be very handy. It can know everything about you, it can control you, it can educate you, it can eliminate you if it doesn't agree with you. Okay, it will be your everything. Okay, and in the Bible, in Psalm 17 verse 2, if we translate it from Greek, we can say that the meaning is my destiny comes from your face or from your presence. So our destiny, and there is another way to translate it, the judgment comes from your face, from you. Okay, and our destiny, if we embrace all that stuff, will come from where? Not from our boss, not from somewhere else. It will come from that machine. Okay, the AI will decide. It will make the judgment about you. Okay, or do you deserve something or not? Okay, and it will do. So the people will see that this is the source of everything. Okay, for them. At some point it will have religious meaning, because everything is going to come from there. Everything that decides the whole destiny. Okay, if you had a pet, okay, you don't give them something. Okay, their destiny comes from your face, from your present, from your hand. In the same, and it's completely controlled by you. Okay, but you don't give them anything, they'll die. Okay, in the same sense, this will be the case. So Antichrist, instead of God, instead of Christ, the Savior, and it will come as a Savior. Okay, the whole system, it will save people. So now they are saying, okay, now we have those poor people and they are abandoned. Okay, we need inclusive capitalism. We need to care about them. The poor countries, we need to care about them. It will sound really nice. Okay. Liberate them, give them freedom, give them resources, okay, give the planet okay, ecology, okay, save us from pandemics and many other things. Okay, it will be like a savior coming, and every time you hear savior, you need to think about the true savior. Maybe this is coming instead of him, and in your heart you will be more grateful to this thing than you are grateful to Jesus Christ. So this is why we also recall the words of Apostle Paul, who said that we are Christians, we are like garbage for this world. This world doesn't want us, okay, because it wants to live in sin, in all this filthiness. It wants to enjoy all this corrupted thing. But the church, the light is shining, and it is it becomes evident that this is evil. Okay, and of course it's unhappy. This world, this corrupted world, sinful world, is unhappy about having this thing. So Christianity needs to go. Okay, and even we for many decades we see big cathedrals all empty. Nobody goes there. So it's not something that's just happening now. Now it's just one of these stages. People abandon Christ, abandon church. It's been already for centuries, okay? And it will be a next step, so to say. Okay, and that's why everybody is so excited about these new things that are coming. Okay, they will replace Christ even more thoroughly. Okay, at some point, now we don't have a direct persecution, but at some point we'll have it. So, and there won't be that many people who will object. Maybe even there will be churches that are sort of nominally, yes, Christians, but they won't be Christian anymore. Okay. So let us know about this willingness of this Satan. Apostle Paul himself said, we are knowledgeable about plans of Satan. Today we discuss plans of the Satan. Okay, it's nothing to be afraid of, but we just need to know. Okay, whenever we hear something about AI, okay, it's not that we are just afraid of it and we run away. Okay, but we know that it can have its own implications. So we need to be wise, and also important thing is that the church very often, this is related to the words of Apostle Paul, that we are the garbage of this world. The important thing is that the church very often survives wherever there is mercy. Okay, so for example, in the Soviet times, there were food talons, okay, tickets to get food, and they were not given to priests so that they would die out. Okay. But people had mercy and they could give their ticket to the priest, okay, or get some food to him. Also, some churches were not allowed to exist, okay, some parishes, but the local government clerk would have a grandma or some relative faithful who would tell him, well, let them exist, okay, don't close it. And they would say, okay, just be silent and I will let you be. Okay, so this mercy is there, this human factor, okay? And it is wherever this window of human factor, the church can exist there, okay? And with AI, there will be no human factor. It will be taken out from the brackets. It will be just the system, okay? This is the answer, finish, period, okay? And at some point, everything will be controlled so much to such extent that you cannot run, okay? It's over for you. Okay, so let us be mindful of that. Let us not be, okay, just so things are rosy, everything is fine. Be vigilant. Christ tells us, be vigilant. Don't be afraid, but be vigilant and strong in your faith. And use every day that you have to do something meaningful, to do something good for the glory of God. May Lord help every one of you and bless you. Amen.